Imagine standing at the narrow pass of Thermopylae, not with a bronze shield and spear, but with an assault rifle capable of firing hundreds of rounds a minute. History tells us 300 Spartans made their last stand against the greatest army the ancient world had ever seen. But what if, moments before Xerxes launched his assault, 500 fully equipped U.S. Marines suddenly appeared beside King Leonidas? Would history be rewritten? Or would even modern warfare be swallowed by an army of 1,000,000 men? This is where everything changes. The year is 480 BC. The Persian Empire stretches farther than any civilization before it. Under King Xerxes, an enormous army marches toward Greece, determined to crush every city that dares resist. Behind them come engineers, cavalry, archers, warships, supply trains, and soldiers from dozens of conquered nations. Ahead lies one narrow passage, Thermopylae, barely wide enough for a handful of men to fight side by side. King Leonidas understands something his enemy does not. Numbers mean nothing if they cannot be used. That is why he brings only 300 Spartan warriors, supported by a few thousand Greek allies. They are not trying to win, they are buying time. Time for Greece to survive. But just before dawn, the air trembles. A deafening roar echoes through the mountains. Blue flashes of light explode across the battlefield. Neither the Greeks nor the Persians have any idea they are witnessing the impossible. 500 United States Marines have arrived. The Marines don't know how they got here. One second they were conducting a training exercise. The next, they are standing in ancient Greece. Their equipment is intact. M4 rifles, machine guns, javelin missiles, mortars, night vision, drones, medical kits, and satellite radios that no longer connect to anyone. Their commanding officer quickly realizes the terrifying truth. There is no rescue, no reinforcements, no air support, no helicopters, no supply chain. Only what they carry. And somewhere beyond the mountain pass, an army unlike anything the modern world has ever seen, Leonidas approaches cautiously. Neither man understands the other's language, yet soldiers have always understood one thing: the look of professionals. No words are needed. The Spartans make room in their shield wall. History's greatest warriors now stand beside soldiers from a future they cannot imagine. As sunrise paints the cliffs gold, the Persian army begins to advance. Thousands of shields shimmer like waves across the valley. Drums thunder, trumpets scream. The earth itself seems to shake. Persian commanders smile. This battle should last minutes. Then a Marine lieutenant gives a single order: "Hold!" The Spartans grip their spears. The Marines shoulder their rifles. 300 meters, 200, 100. The Persians charge. Then hell erupts. Hundreds of rifles fire in perfect synchronization. Machine guns unleash walls of lead. The front ranks vanish almost instantly. Men who have survived countless wars collapse without ever seeing what killed them. The charge stops. Confusion spreads. Ancient commanders search desperately for enemy archers. But there are no arrows, only thunder, the smell of smoke, and invisible death. For the first time in Persian history, fear reaches the front lines before victory does. Xerxes cannot believe the reports. Entire battalions destroyed, without contact, without swords, without arrows. He assumes his generals are lying, so he sends more troops, this time 10,000. The Marines don't panic. They change tactics. Machine guns dominate the center. Marksmen eliminate officers before commands can spread. Mortars explode behind advancing formations, creating chaos among soldiers who have never imagined attacks from above. Meanwhile, the Spartans do what they do best. Any Persian who somehow survives the storm of bullets and reaches the narrow pass is met by bronze shields and razor-sharp spears. The combination is devastating. Modern firepower breaks the attack. Spartan discipline finishes it. For hours, the greatest army on Earth fails to move forward even a single meter. Soon, the battlefield becomes something far stranger than war. Rumors spread through the Persian camp. Some claim the Greeks have recruited gods. Others believe Hephaestus himself has forged weapons that breathe lightning. Priests insist the mountains are cursed. Soldiers refuse to advance. Horses panic at the sound of gunfire. Even experienced generals begin questioning reality. Across the Greek lines, the Spartans are equally stunned. They watch tiny metal objects strike enemies hundreds of meters away. They see wounded Marines saving lives with medicine beyond imagination. They witness drones hovering silently overhead, like mechanical birds sent by the gods. The battle is no longer between Persia and Greece. It is between two different ages of humanity, but victory comes with a hidden enemy. Every bullet fired can never be replaced. Every missile launched is gone forever. Every medical supply used brings tomorrow one step closer. The Marines begin counting magazines instead of victories. Leonidas understands. Even miracles have limits. Eventually, the battle returns to what it has always been. Not a contest of technology, but endurance. Because no weapon, no matter how advanced, can fight forever without food, fuel, and ammunition. In the end, perhaps the greatest lesson of Thermopylae wouldn't be that modern soldiers could change history. It would be that courage is timeless. Whether carrying a bronze spear or a rifle made 25 centuries later, the men standing in that narrow pass would all be fighting for the same reason: to protect those behind them. And maybe that has always been the strongest weapon humanity has ever created. Empires rise with power, but history remembers those who chose to stand when the world told them to fall.